A very good afternoon to all, and a very warm namaskar and a very, very warm welcome to one and all present here. Namaskar. I certainly feel extremely privileged to be standing on this stage, to be surrounded by these 5 elements, and to have the opportunity of connecting with each one of you. It is said that we are divine beings having a human experience. And when I come here, I wonder whether I'm a human having a divine experience. Yeah? So what I conclude here is that with the surroundings and each one of you here, I'm truly having a divine experience. So a big clap for all of you. Thank you for sparing time and giving me time and making this a divine experience. I'm going on and bringing your attention to some very famous words by a very famous scientist. So let's look at the words. Is that we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Is it true? I want some halchal. All of you had refreshments, right? Yeah, so that should show. Come on. So what is required? How many of you, just one of you probably, what is your viewpoint on what Albert Einstein has said? Might be, okay. Someone says might be, okay. Somebody else? 100% correct, okay. What else? It is partially true. The problem creator has the problem solution. But normally what happens? Okay, tell me. It's true. Okay, great. This is a mantra for harmony. Fantastic. This is a mantra for harmony. Yeah, but what is required if you go into the same stage? What is required so that the problem gets solved? And not just gets solved, it just gets, you move towards growth. Not just getting solved, but moving towards growth. Absolutely, great, fantastic.
If we do something otherwise than this,
yeah,
it would show that our perception is clouded.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's a very, very interesting point of view. Yeah.
They fall on us.
Yes.
We are made to realize, create some type of thinking that how to solve them.
Correct. Absolutely. So, how many of us would say, okay, her opinion is not correct or his opinion is not right? How many of us just pass a judgment like that? What's going on in your mind when you hear this? I can see nods, I can see no, I can see a yes, I can see a no. So what we are talking about is, just clarifying this particular statement is that when a problem is created, okay, there is one set of people who believe that if there is a problem in my life, probably it has been created by me. I don't know how, it has been created, right? But if it has been created, but the next question I want to ask is, whenever you face a problem in your life, do you say, hey, let me see what did I do wrong? Or do you say, hey, it's because of this guy or this lady? Exactly. And then they just lift up their hands and say, it's because of you, not me. I'm the perfect being here. Yeah? I'm the perfect being here. And what happens is, by doing that, does the problem go away?
We have to change the thing.
Absolutely. The problem does not go away. So ultimately you come to this conclusion that, hey, if I have to get rid of this problem, you struggle, trying to change the other person. You realize, hey, this is not going to work. And then finally you come to a conclusion. What do? I have to change. So Neuro Linguistic Programming describes the relationship. Let me just give you the syntactic, information about what Neuro Linguistic Programming is. Neuro means your nervous system, as simple as that. Yes. communication or linguistic. Now, the thoughts that come up in our mind, the emotions that come up in our mind, or whatever we want to say, how do we communicate them? We communicate them through language. We communicate them through language. That is linguistic. And next is programming, patterns of behavior. The background programming told me when I actually delved into it, and that is what is called subconscious programming, I realized that somewhere I had picked up money brings misery. Rich people are not healthy people. How many of us have had limiting beliefs like this? How many of you have thought, oh, 10 years ago I had this belief. I think my life was, according to these beliefs. But today, you're forced to think differently. How many of us? I think the biggest pattern that we follow, or the biggest belief that we follow, is that we need to work very hard to get money. To tell you in a gist, NLP is about how we develop our thoughts, the kind of programming. I'll tell you something. From age 1 to 5 or 6, we are like sponges. Okay? All we are doing is taking in information from the environment, from the stimuli. We are not reacting to it, we are not doing anything to it. From the age of 1 to 5, I have taken in so much of stimuli. So, what has happened now is that the blueprint for the kind of person I'm going to be is already ready. It's ready, I don't even know about it. It's been put into me. I've been programmed. I've been actually programmed. And after that, after the age of 6 or 7, when I start learning things, I start experiencing things on my own because I have developed. But the kind of opinions or thoughts or beliefs that I have will be determined by this blueprint. Right? Will be determined by this blueprint. So the thoughts that I have are determined by the language that I use, and then finally they become habits. So now, let's try and get the introduction. Who are the initiators of Neuro Linguistic Programming? Neuro Linguistic Programming was the concept of Richard Bandler, who was a psychology student, and John Grinder, who was a linguist. Now, what these people started doing is, how did the concept come up 30 years ago? 30 years ago, the concept of neuro-linguistic programming was a little different from what it is today. It was initiated as a methodology to model excellence. So what is modeling excellence? We have always been taught through our ages that, you should look at great people, you should see what are their qualities, you should see what makes them excellent in their field. And what these two did was that they took up 3 models, you see, and they started understanding what makes these people successful in their life. And if we can model them, even we can become as successful as them. It did start off as a methodology for excellence, but today it has expanded so much that today it has become to be a modality for remedial change. And what do I mean by remedial change? It's about empowering the self to understand your subconscious programming and change it. Now, to give you a little gist, how does your subconscious programming work? As I told you, it's like a blueprint. It's already there, right? Now, how do you tap into it? What are the tools and techniques by which you can tap into your subconscious mind, eradicate that blueprint which does not help you, bring it to your consciousness, and change your lives forever? What do I want to do today? Do I want to get up and change it and have a better life? Or do I want to say, no, I'm okay, and I'm okay being okay? Yeah, so that's the question you need to ask yourselves. Exactly. And NLP is all about making you or empowering you to see, when I do my problem solving technique programs, I tell them, okay, whenever you think that you have a problem in your life, what do? What is your body language? What happens to you? When there is a problem in your life, what happens to you? You get angry. What else happens to you? Frustration, depression. What else happens to you? Start blaming others. So basically all these negative emotions are building up. Now, what if I change? And I say, when a problem comes into my life, I say, hey, this is an opportunity where I can look at life differently. Yeah? We've all had experiences when, okay, we were not allowed to do something that we wanted, or we didn't get what we want. Let's say about 15 years ago, we truly wanted something and it didn't work out somehow. It could be, let's get very practical, it could be an admission in a college, it could be the course that you wanted, it could be going abroad, whatever. There was a stop for some reason. And then what happens is, after 10 years you say, अच्छा हुआ वो नहीं हुआ. अगर वो होता तो ये नहीं होता. Not grapes are sour, but sometimes you genuinely think, I think God knows better than me. You know, it is a good thing. So what if the problem or the hurdle that has come into your life today is just another door opening? What if I can change my outlook to get excited and say, oh, not a problem. Oh, a problem, okay. Would that be very empowering? Would you like to do that? Absolutely. So NLP gives you the tools to look at a problem very differently. Not only yours, but your family, your children, your elders. All our problems are circled around only 2 or 3 things in life: relationships, career, money. So if we change the way we look at things, probably things will change automatically. You don't even need to do anything. So these are the things that you could get or you will get, or whatever you're looking for. I mean, what are you looking for in this list? All of you, what are you looking for in this list? Are you looking for excellence? Are you looking to master your mind? Are you looking to understand the internal experience? Okay, am I looking to understand who am I? Isn't that a question that troubles many of us? Who am I? What am I doing? Especially in India, I have to say, even women, most of the times when they reach around their 40s, they start asking, okay, was I meant for this? Or was I meant for more? And is it too late to get what I want? Let me give you good news. It's never late. It is never late to get what you want. Trust me, it's never late. You decide today, this moment is yours. You can just do it. Yeah? So, very important to realize, if something comes into your life and you say, hey, I can't do this, would you ever be able to do it? But if something comes into your life and you say, I have the resources to do this, would you at least attempt to do it? So it's about empowering. It's about getting into the mode of doing it. Yeah? So always remember, you already have all the resources you need within you. Don't compare yourselves. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't compare yourselves with others. And don't let others compare you with others. You are unique. You are divine in your own right, because there is no other human being like you. You are special. And that's what. Finally, I think the problems that come up are all due to the negative emotions which we have been storing in our body, in our lives, all our life. Yes? And what is important is that we need to get rid of them. That's not working for us. We need to get rid of them. So, the title of the next program or the workshop is Pain Was, Peace Is. Exterminating, you'll be learning tools and techniques to exterminate negative memories and emotions. Yeah? So those are a few workshops, the bouquet for you. And warning for everybody. Yeah? The warning is these tools and techniques will change your world, a complete transition from the world of self-limiting beliefs to a realm of limitless possibilities. So, are you the one who only dreams of having true freedom and success, or the one who has the success and freedom that others can only dream of? What do you want to be? I'll leave you with that question. Thank you very, very much. I have enjoyed interacting with each one of you. A big round of applause for a wonderful audience. Thank you so much.